Hello everyone, I'm Mewtwo and welcome back to Genshin Impact. Today, we'll be doing the Roses and Muskets event, which I happened to just accidentally stumble into, as I always do when I'm doing other crap. I wish they would stop making this happen, but who could really tell MiHoYo what to do? So, here we go! Roses and Muskets! Oh, wait, hold on, I gotta claim that thing. Don't mind that.
Seriously? But, Mr. Morris, I don't understand, sir. How can you only be telling me this now?
I'm afraid that there's nothing really I can do. I'm really facing a crisis. My hands are tied.
But what about my film?
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to come up with something on your own. Take it from me. Sometimes you just have to let things go. Same goes for this film festival.
Oh.
Hey, isn't that Xavier? So he's back in Fontaine now!
At least I think this is this event. We'll find out.
Oh, why, if it isn't the dear Traveler and Paimon. I really didn't expect to bump into you here at this time.
It's been a while. How have you been?
Well, I was doing just fine until I received some terrible news just now.
Oh no.
The investor I was working with for my upcoming film has fallen upon some hard times and is no longer able to provide the promised amount of funds.
Can't you just find a different investor?
Unfortunately, that's not how it works. We had signed an agreement specific to the Fontanalia Film Festival, stipulating that I cannot work with any other investors until the festival is finished.
The Fontanalia Film Festival? What's that?
Oh, is this your first time participating in Fontaine's Fontanalia Film Festival?
Yes.
Then allow me to fill you in.
All right.
The Fontanalia Festival was established to commemorate the legendary Loch Knights, who went on a quest to search for the Oceanids, and eventually welcomed the Hydro Arconigeria. The holiday is deeply connected to the founding of Fontaine, as well as its unique laws and trials. It's one of the most important festivals for this nation.
But what's with that weird expression on your face? It's like you're trying really hard to remember something.
Yeah.
I was just trying to recall the exact description from the books, in order to avoid any unnecessary arguments over semantics. I usually try to recite things straight from the source.
Well, either way, Paimon thinks she gets it now. It's just like the Windbloom Festival in Mondstadt, and the Lantern Rite in Lille.
Yes, those are festivals of a similar variety. Who doesn't like a good festival? And just like those of other nations, Fontaine will hold a plethora of events around this time each year. To commemorate the Loch Knights, people will imitate them by putting on special costumes, raising golden cups, and going door to door asking for pure water. But a few years ago, Lady Farina started to find the whole idea a little drab, and so decided to change the part about pure water to sweets.
That really doesn't surprise Paimon at all.
The whole thing seems more akin to a carnival now, and it's quite popular among the kids. Every year, you can hear a bunch of them saying, "Trial or treat."
Oh god.
Oh, that sounds pretty fun. But how does that connect back to the film festival you mentioned?
Hold on, I just gotta recover from that. Trial or treat is a Halloween, but it's for trials.
Ah, yes, it appears I've strayed off topic. I just got too excited after seeing you. Let me get back to the point. The Fontanalia Film Festival is an event proposed by the Fontaine Film Association this year. Now that film technology has matured as a medium, it's the perfect time to introduce more people to the art form.
Matured?
During this time, people may submit films to be evaluated, and the entry with the highest score will be given the Farina Award by the association.
The what award?
The Farina Award.
The Farina Award. You know, after the Hydro Archon. They coined it while Lady Farina was still in power, but even though things have changed, no one has made any motion to update the name. Perhaps everyone still thinks of it as a pretty appropriate name. Even though she isn't the Hydro Archon any longer, Lady Farina is still Fontaine's superstar. Anyone with eyes can see the way she shines on the stage.
Yeah.
Oh, but who would have guessed there'd be an issue with the funding? How will I ever explain this to Miss Chiori? Not to say all the other actors who traveled all the way here from Inazuma.
Shiori? Sounds familiar. Where have we heard that name before?
She runs the clothing store in Court of Fontaine, Chioria Boutique.
Yes, that's her. I asked her to oversee the event's art direction, including the design of the actors' costumes and appearances.
Oh, Paimon remembers now. Navia said that her clothes were designed by Chiori, and Kirara's outfit too.
How to describe her? Well, she tends to be pretty direct and can be very forceful when it comes to dealing with people. The fashion world in Fontaine has dubbed her the Thundering Seamstress. Her remarkable designs have led many Fontainians to become very interested in Inazuma. Anyway, Chiori is acquainted with all the actors I've invited from Inazuma. Without her help, I don't think I would have been able to get such an international cast for the film. She really is a kind soul.
Who are the actors from Inazuma? Do we know them?
Why don't the two of you accompany me to the Aquabus station to welcome them?
Okay.
Judging from the time, the Aquabus should be arriving shortly. Chiori will be waiting to meet me there as well.
The crack of muskets breaking the silence. I was right. It was the muskets. There we go. Okay. This is apparently a very long event, so... Oh. Ooh, I like the style. 1,000-pace interdiction Arcminute sharpshooting zone. During the Fontelian Film Festival, you can encounter a special member of the guards. She seems to be looking for guests to partake in an event test. I guess I'll be doing these. Sure. I guess I'll do these before I do the next event quest. Oh god, okay. Hello? Take your positions, form ranks, muskets up, take aim and fire, repel the enemy advance. Come take part in the special security and surveillance patrol special event and experience the joy of being a musket sharpshooter. Sharpshooter? Not a concept you're too familiar with. Looking at the stall this guard setup, Paimon can't help but wonder if the event she mentioned could possibly have something to do with fuck. Him autoplay. It's the superintendent boss level forces. What in the blazes are you doing here? If you two help me promote my booth, I'll be able to hit my quota for sure. Who in the what now? That's the blah 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 forces thing. Is another weird name for Paimon and Yuta, is it? That's right. It's a title for you two to becoming popular amongst the members of the guards. You might not remember, but you've actually met before. But considering how ordinary looking I am, in fact I'm just a mediocre sharpshooter, I'm not surprised I didn't leave much of an impression. Anyway, let's just pretend this is our first meeting. I'm Tarina, a special security and surveillance patrol trainee, and I'm in charge of handling all sorts of odd jobs for the patrol. Given how popular the film festival is, the special patrol is hoping to ride its on its coattails by running a publicity campaign with the aim of spotting hidden talent among the citizenry. So, ta-da! Behold the shooting simulator of the table in front of you, known as the 1,000-pace interdiction Arcminute sharpshooting zone. This thing looks like it's a little model of Court de Fontaine. Aha! But it's not just the Court de Fontaine. The sand table allows you to change the area so you can switch between the wilderness tyranny if you want. Much less spectacular than the Court de Fontaine, though. Combined with a special pair of optical goggles that the Fontaine Research Institute developed for us, it lets you simulate taking out enemies from on high, just like a huge special patrol sharpshooter. Basically, it's a game where you simulate using a musket to aim and fire at targets, right? But the name is so hard to wrap your head around. What are interdiction and Arcminute supposed to mean? I came up with the event name based on a famous line that the Captain Chevreau once squatted on us, which aptly expresses our lofty aspirations. An outstanding musket sharpshooter always strives for pinpoint accuracy at a distance of 1,000 paces. Your shot grouping should be less than an Arcminute. And based on current processing precision of mass-produced muskets in the eyesight of our sharpshooters, achieving a dispersion of less than a single Arcminute when firing from any further than 100 paces away, let alone 1,000, is wishful thinking, to put it mildly. Well, if we're talking about Captain Chevreau, yeah, I'll put it past her. Oh, slow down a second, you're making Paimon dizzy. Don't get too hung up on technical terms. All we need to do is have fun. Superintendent, boss level forces right. Sometimes it's not worth overthinking things. Just give it a go. When I first joined the patrol, Captain Chevreau told... Chevreau? I keep forgetting that pronunciation. Told me that too. Anyway, please take these goggles, and when you're ready, you can start playing the simulator on the table. Well, after talking so much, why don't we try it out? I was curious what it felt like to fire a musket anyway. Looks like it might be fun. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. I gotta wait. I'm there. Let's play. No problem. This guy's gonna use up any real ammunition, and the trucks don't require maintenance, so you can play as many rounds as you like. Defeat all opponents. Have 10 or 20 missions remaining. Okay. Use a limited number of munitions to defeat all enemies. In 1000-pace interdiction Arcminute sharpshooting zone, you will use special optical lenses to aim and shoot opponents. Press the A button to start aiming. Aim at your targets and press the shoot button to fire portable bullets at the target your lens is aimed at. Here's how I managed to defeat all enemies. Use horizontal camera, blah 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 blah. Alright. Okay, can I zoom in? I can. I guess these guys aren't saying anything. I'm just gonna. Ah! Okay, they ran. This seems seems fucked up in some way. Pow! Ha! Bam! Skaboosk! Yeah, I see him. Okay. Yeah. Oh, fuck that motherfucker. Turn around the last second. Oh, that didn't kill him. Oh, yeah. Wait. Damn. There we go. Shapowie. Fuck, I gotta get this. Oh, I hate when they like turn around so suddenly. And kaboom! There's another one over there, apparently. I see you. Oh shit, man! They gotta fucking taking cover like an asshole. He's dead now. What the? Did I do it? Yay! Alright, next stage. Are they firing back now? I gotta protect somebody? Oh, fuck. It was like that sniper game. Okay, I'll do my best. Oh. Yeah, God, he only reloads so fast. Oh, I didn't see them. Here. Oh, wait, guys. Don't you fucking dare! Yeah. Louie. Where did I go? Ah! He's moving! Ah! Okay. Uh-oh. I don't think so. Bam! Ah, fuck. I knew I was gonna miss that one. Gotcha. Oh, they're shooting now. Gotcha. Ah! God, there's still 21 more opponents to go. Ah. Eh. Ugh. Ugh. Bleh. Blam. Blam. Fuck, I missed, really? Gotcha. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay. Oh, shit. Jesus. I did it. Okay. Next. Can I see him? Maybe this other guy come up. And dead. Does this thing actually do anything when I shoot it? That seems fucked up. Boom. Oh, I see. There's a floaty balloon over there. There's guys hanging out back here. Kapowie! Damn. Look at these guys. Okay, got it. Ah, fuck, I missed my chance for that one. I'll come back to that one in a second. There you go. He's coming back around. Okay. So it might come back and I can just get these two guys. Come back. Go. Yo. And boom. Maybe. Nope. Fuck. Alright, got him. It's fine. Alright. And bam. He's gonna run. Oh, I guess I gotta use the barrel for that. I'm not that good of a shot. I have to be though. Fuck! You're so good at that, aren't you? I know where he is. He's a little bitch. Wait, oh, he stopped. The hell? Alright. Okay. Oh, I hadn't unlocked it yet. Wait, oh no, they said event isn't over yet. What the fuck? Alright, whatever. We'll do what we can. Bum bum bum. That's also a thing I hate about these events, is, they sometimes, not only are they on time limits, but there's like a certain time frame in which you can actually do everything. So it's kind of like... Alright, arrival of a... yes. Which one is the one? I'll just do that mission. Why not? Great day, isn't it? Someone as famous as you, I bet, are always handing you their business cards. Oh, you know what? This guy's pretty sophisticated. Holding another content million and count on their lack of years is a mistake only by the most ignorant would make. I suspect the two of you are not quite so shallow as that. I didn't intend to flatter myself, but my elder brother and I are famous local film directors. Everyone calls me Mr. Petit Lumiere. Hello, do you plan on giving us your business card as well? Correct! I'm quite keen on learning more about your adventuring experiences. In my industry, extraordinary stories are always in demand. As you appear not to be well acquainted with me, allow me to introduce myself. My elder brother and I have been working together to produce films for quite some time, and I've always had quite a few blockbuster successes. Perhaps you've seen employees leaving the factory? No. Okay. How about the arrival of the Aquabus? Haven't seen it either. I see.
It's nothing too remarkable. The road to fame is started upon which we two brothers tread is yet long, and we will certainly make even more popular films in the future. Film production, constructing and planning narratives, the performance of actors, the cooperation between cameraman and director, and the post-production and processing, all of this truly fascinating process. And among all these, I believe the process of filming itself is most technically demanding. What you choose to focus on while filming decides the information that will be conveyed to the audience, the atmosphere they will feel. Of course, the narration is very important, but you cannot expect a story to rely on narration alone. 4 shots! I've always believed you can need 4 shots to construct the smallest divisible unit of a story. With these just 4 shots, a team can work miracles. Would you two like to try? Seize this opportunity to revel in the glamour and charm of filmmaking. So what should we do? And it's simple. I will provide you with few simple themes that have already been formulated into short scenes. The important thing is to try out different ways of handling both the narration and the camera, and combining the film with a few short scenes. Are you two interested? Our interest has been piqued. Marvelous. Then once again, you two are ready. You may go to the filming locations I have already prepared. I'll give you feedback on your finished projects.
Alright. Young, talented film director Mr. Petit Lumiere, due to his business card, he seems to have a unique understanding of films. The Path of the Sun. Alright. In Into the Frame, film several shots according to director's requirements and compile them into a video. Camera positioning is key, and you should ascertain the camera position requirements beforehand. Some shots come with narrative requirements. Select the most suitable narration according to the story. Once the positioning and narration of all shots are selected, you can start filming and view the results. The video will be rated according to how closely it adheres to the director's requirements. Do your best to satisfy all the requirements to receive a higher rating than whites. Okay. Let's do it. An actress, played by Lynette, is lost amid the underwater seagrass and cannot find her way. When she looks up, the sunlight illuminates her face to the water surface, showing her the way forward. Okay. Right. With the pictures details hard to see. Where's Lynette? Okay. Well, first we need establishing shot. Maybe having Lynette in this is probably important. Okay. We're at the path. I took coming here. Let's keep going. We can't be far. I know. Follow the sun's rays. Apparently you can do better than that. Okay. So, Divine Handiwork rating. So I got plus 20 for that. Let's... I got 0 for that. Let's try that. Maybe 20 is the best you can get with the shot, and then 10 is the best you can get with. Alright, do I have to watch this? Okay, yeah. Alright, we have to watch this again. I'm gonna eat some M&M's. Delicious. Delicious perfection. Okay. Fuck, I hope I can complete this event in this video. Otherwise, that's gonna suck. I have to make a second video. I don't mind doing that. Wait, oh. What did I do? Oh, here we go, into frame.
Can't catch me.
Under the sweltering sun, the protagonist, played by Navia, is waiting to meet with her friend, played by Paimon. The latter cannot endure the spiritless sun and appears listless and downcast before the protagonist's eyes. The protagonist takes out the umbrella and sunglasses she prepared, indicating to her friend to take shelter from the sun together. Okay. Highlight the presently sunny weather. Okay, boom. No text there. Making sure the actors play right. Film the scene, two actresses meeting. I guess that one. See the expression played by actress playing as she withers in the sun. I guess that one. Holds the umbrella and sunglasses. Okay. Oh, I think that's for that one. It's way too sunny here. Let's try that one. Alright. Start shooting. Brilliant. You said 4 shots. That was 5. I'm calling you out on it. But we're gonna let it slide, because it's actually kind of fun, slightly. Oh. Sorry. Here. Is it in the place? It's not. It's on top of the place or it's below? It doesn't give me like an arrow or anything. It's kind of... Where the fuck is this thing? It actually is inside. I just didn't see like a marker or anything. Must be like upstairs or something. Upstairs. It is. Whoop. A fireworks merchant arriving in Fontaine, played by Yoimiya, and her client, played by Riquetti, have arranged to meet at Hotel de Boer to discuss a sale. After carefully checking the samples, the client acknowledges the quality of the fireworks and its deal is struck. Who the hell is Riquetti? Oh, just some dude. Okay. It's like, is that a new character? No, it's just some crazy NPC. Okay. Film the customer, played by Riquetti, sizing up the samples on the table. There you go. Film the customer, played by Riquetti, bargaining with the mysterious merchant. Okay. Not their demeanor. Okay. Color displays brand project's customer. Okay. What is this shot? It's such a terrible shot. Okay, I guess it's wide shots all the way. Brilliant. What a brilliant save. More Eminem. Fuck. Oh, come on. You suck my nuts with that 10. How was your shot wrong? Oh, his reaction. Oh, I didn't read that part. Might help if I actually read the whole thing. I know, I'm amazing, as long as you give me 2 or 3 chances. Oh. Yep. Alright. Now I get a sword. Ultimate Overlord's Mega Magic Sword. Hell yeah. Alright, is there any more events I can do? We've got trick shots, tricky lights on the side of the Fontania Film Festival. An experimental film director dressed quite ostentatiously extends a sincere invitation. Okay. Uh-oh, I don't know if that was the right one. It was not. It was this one. My 2 radiant guests, you're finally here! You must be the legendary adventures of Tefat and rising superstars, Utana and Paimon. That's us, alright.
We're certainly well known among the Adventures Guild, but our superstars is perhaps just slightly over top. After all, there are still many people out there that haven't heard of us. It probably feels like everyone we met who comes straight out with such flattery ends up asking us to do something for them. Out with it then, what do you want?
Oh, no, I don't want anything from you. I simply wanted to put forward a win-win proposal. Join forces with me, Fontaine's most talented experimental film director, Melis, to become the next big star of the big screen. Once you've made it, money, connections, it's all yours. Wherever you go into that, no one will dare stand in your way, and you'll find yourself walking down an endless red carpet, rolled out just for you. I'd rather not attract even more unwanted attention, but I like it when people stand in my way.
But we don't even have much experience acting on camera. If it were true that we could get famous just by collaborating with you, then why aren't you already a super famous director, huh? And where are all the other stars you would work with?
You saw right through me. If only someone would set up a special training school for actors. I need someone who knows only not how to fight, but also how to control their expressions and inject emotion into the lines. In short, I need someone who could do it all. But such genius simply does not exist. So far, I've only finished planning the regular acting parts of my avant-garde production. I haven't even started on the action scenes yet and finish my first film. I'm worried that I'll have to resort to employing stunt doubles, so that's why you two are such perfect candidates. Does stunt doubles mean what I think it does? You want us to shoot the fighting scenes?
You've hit it. You've hit the nail on the head. It's a perfect solution to having actors who can't fight. We're pretty good at fighting, but won't people be able to tell that we're not the same people just by looking at our faces?
In theory, yes, but the action scenes are absolutely central to my experiment. experimental production. If you do a good enough job, I'll make the regular acting scenes into silhouette shots. There won't even be any lines to keep them with. I'll make the other actors cake themselves in makeup in just a silhouette so they fit your profiles. With a bit of lighting magic, no one will even know the difference. In a way, the regular actors would actually be your doubles, and if they aren't as well known as you two, I'll even pay you royalties.
So basically, if we help you, we'll be handed the starring roles up plate. Just like that?
You'll also receive a large payment. It'll do wonders for your reputation.
And it really does sound like a payoff. What do you say, Yutina?
Why pass up such a juicy opportunity? Time to put our acting skills to the test. Thank you so much for lending a hand. What a dream come true. Then without further ado, please head over to the experimental studio right away. Before fighting scenes in film, each completely different ambiance. Each scene will also have its very own special lighting. When the special lighting comes on, the action will intensify in line with the corresponding place in the script. With your experience, I'm sure you get the hang of it in no time. Lights on! And once all the remaining scenes are filmed, we'll finally be able to wrap things up. I have too much fun with that voice. Oh, I guess there. Let's do it. I'm excited. Wait, is it in here too? No, this isn't right.
Shit.
I think it's these things. Yeah, trick shots. There we go.
Teleport.
Oh, it's gonna teleport directly to it. Okay. Yeah, trick shots, tricky lies to defeat opponents to endless appear with time limit to score points. Once the challenge is over, medals will be distributed based on your score. This is the same shit they always fucking do. Once ready, use it at the right time to receive a temporary yet powerful combat buff. Use this effect to welcome me challenge efficiently. Okay. There's some form of this thing in every event. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot. This is a combat game. We had to actually have combat sometimes. Oh, so wants me to use ice and water. Well, first we're going to include Arataki. And then I guess I'll throw an ice character. I don't really have pretty good ice characters. Ganya's supposed to be pretty good, but I never really powered her up very much. I guess I'll use her. I don't know. Maybe the trial one's better. Could be. Let's, it's already doing Hydra. I don't really need that. Let's just do this. Just say fuck it to all of it. I should...
Alright,
This is order. Rise!
Stand with me, lightning. Embrace the ice. Take flight.
Order guide you.
Dissipate. My opponents.
It's showtime! Attaboy! I will have order.
Stand with me. Out of my way. Kamikaze. Surrender. Take flight. My opponent.
This is order.
Dissipate. Lightning. Sheriff. Sakura swirl.
Solidified. Order guide you.
Stand with me. Take flight.
Bam! Oh, coming through!
Kamisato art. Surrender. Out of my way.
This is order.
Whirling snow.
There we go. A gold. It's probably platinum, but I suck too much. And normal hit by. Target the location of opponents hit by your active character's normal attacks, dealing true damage to nearby opponents. Okay. We're doing normal attacks. Leave Artaki out. Nah, fuck up. I'll leave him in. He's my backup. I'm just gonna do for normal. Yeah, he's pretty good. Also, Child's pretty good too. And there's a lot of people who are good at normals. I'll just do, yeah, let's do you guys.
Bond is strong. I'll handle this.
Mind the deluge. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt. Let's roll. It's showtime. Tidal wave.
Lightning shoot!
Who wants some of this? No time to lose. Just let your guard down. Kamisato up. Suiyu. Attaboy! Oh, coming through! Catch me! You're mine! Brace yourself! This is gonna hurt! Let's roll!
Stand with me! Out of my way!
It's showtime!
Yeah, okay. I thought that was pretty bad, but they were kind of tough enemies. Okay. The next one is Toss succeeds ultimate burst damage all critters parties increased by 80. Burst damage, okay. When characters have less than 70% elemental energy, energy charge. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's good for riding, obviously. Let's do a little bit unique here. So just doing Artaki the gun. Nah, well, fine. I just always do Artaki. Let's do you, and yeah, we'll do Ride and Show. Actually, let's do. Hey, who's old to be really damn good to use over and over and over? You know, I actually will use this trial character. I don't have her built up very well, but I know she's really useful. She's like one of the best ultras in the game, so. She has the best. I can't speak right. She has the best burst in there.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night into the wind. Who wants some of this?
Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
All right.
It's showtime! As one with wind and cloud.
Torn to oblivion! There is no escape!
Let's roll! Oh, coming through! Attaboy! Fallen leaves, adorn my nights, one with nature. Who wants some of this? Let's roll!
I don't care.
Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down!
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud, one with nature. Attaboy! Odin coming through!
5,000 should be gold. Yeah, okay, that's pretty easy. I'm gonna be able to do the last one, unfortunately. Maybe I'll actually learn how to edit videos together and we can actually show the whole thing. But we'll see. If I can't complete the event, story-wise, I will see if I can't combine 2 videos together. It'd be tricky for me because the way I record things, but... Okay. One more event to do. Extreme Drive. During this joyous festival, some involved with the filmmaking industry are wearing frowns. You and Paimon encounter an unfortunate contracted employee. Right. Fontalia Film Festival. Great job. You really outdid yourself this time. As things stand, finishing the project before the deadline is nothing but a pipe dream. I'm just not in for the scolding. The boss is literally gonna kill me.
Why is that young lady over there crying? Do you think she needs a doctor? Are there any professional therapists in Fontaine?
Where did you get here? Thanks for your concern, but right now what I need is a doctor that can resurrect my dying career.
I'm pretty sure that isn't something a doctor can fix.
It's only a job. Worst case scenario, you can always get another one. Work is pretty important. Maybe we should help?
With how she's made it to seem we can't stand by and do nothing. Just talking about it like this doesn't solve anything, though. Why don't you tell us more about your problem?
That might be a bit hard, considering it's a technical issue. Now, just how can I explain it? Well, first things first, my name's Helene, and I'm an engineer working for a Fontinalia Film Festival's equipment supplier. I'm mainly responsible for developing audio-visual equipment. To achieve a certain effect when filming, our client requested us to develop a kind of stabilization platform that can carry film cameras while moving at high speed. These stabilization platforms also need to be able to carry puppets that look like actors or model animals, playing the part of groups in the background. That way they'll be able to keep the cameras fixed on actors while moving at high speeds, or save them from having to splash out of the cache to hire hordes of extras. On top of that, they insisted that each platform had to be less than a third of the cost of a camera, and that its lifespan had to be at least 30 years.
How is anyone that picky? Even for a master craftsman, producing something cheap and durable that works well is nigh on impossible.
I managed it. After all, this customer's always right. We've even fussy clients before, and I've nearly run myself to the ground trying to satisfy them.
Then what's you got you in such a huff?
The problem is I don't have anyone else to test it. I've created the product, but unless I can get it tested, the project can't be considered complete. All the testers who have a basic grasp of mechanics or are physically fit enough to have already been employed by the Fontinalia Film Festival for more important work.
If the client oversees a product that hasn't gone to proper testing, and it turns out there's something wrong with it, or I'll have to cough up 10 times the original payment amount in compensation.
All I can do is hang around trying to sell out products while I look for some outside assistance. Even if it means I end up losing money on this contract in the end, so be it. That's all it was my boss that signed the agreement with the client. But I'll be the one on the hook if we get to compensate them 10 times the value of the contract. We've come this far, might as well tell us what the testing involves.
That's right, as long as it's nothing too complex, we can handle some of the simpler stuff. It might not sound too difficult, but it's harder than you think. To confirm how the stabilization platforms perform when running at extremely high speeds, I set them to avoid anyone who gets to close mode. The tester has to run after stabilization platforms within a specified area and chase as many platforms as possible into the target area as quickly as possible. I read that wrong, sorry. For someone with poor stamina like me, chasing a stabilization platform more than a few steps is enough to make them collapse from exhaustion. It's just a bit of running around. What's so hard about that? Now that you described it, Paimon's positive this will be a piece of cake. It's just a few machines. Just wait, we'll be hot on their tails in no time. We might even end up taking them if you're lucky. Testing limits and that sort of thing is a walk in the park. For real? What genuinely? You're actually serious? Then I'll pay you, please. And the commission. We won't say no to that, but under the current circumstances, if we accept too much of your money, our conscience wouldn't forgive us. Just pay us however much you usually pay your testers. Miracle workers, that's what you are. Not just doctors, but miracle workers here to resurrect my dying career. The testing site is an empty domain near the city. I'll leave it to you too then. You have my undying gratitude. After this many years in business, finally a bit of luck. The boss will be killing me tomorrow after all. After you finish the job, maybe you should consider switching bosses.
Okay. Stabilization mecha balls automatically avoid testers and move in the opposite direction of an approaching tester. Stabilization mecha balls move as influenced by all testers. Use as characters to send as many stabilization mecha balls into your zone within a time limit. In addition to stock balls, glitz balls will also spawn. Stock balls are worth 1 point, and glitz balls are worth 7 points each. What the hell does this have to do with what we're doing? Just can be found on testing ground. We're going to perform an extreme jump that goes higher and farther. Purposefully random. Okay. The test will be carried out in 1 of 5 locations at random. This co-op required? It is co-op required. Well then. Guess we'll be meeting a few people, I guess. Do it. Alright. Oof, and Nemus. So I have to get my shit into the yellow zone. Oh, do I pick these or? No, it's random. It's random. I'll if this turns out to be tedious, I might do this later. So which one's yellow? Oh, mine's yellow. Yo. Shit.
Can't catch me.
Damn. I'm doing great. This is really confusing. Because like these bastards just move however the fuck they feel like. I got the big one. What the hell is this shit? You guys are assholes. Let me win. I'm the bunny here. I'm the one who's the best. Yeah, good. Thank you guys. It's like herding goats. It's like goat in, goat in, goat in. Wee. Damn, I'm sucking real bad at this. I don't even know what my score is. Oh, it's 34. Okay. Damn it, I just fucked myself with that. It's fine.
Catch me.
Shit. I got second place. God, I got none of that shit. Sweet. Oh no, I got Blubber Hoople.
Don't underestimate the beetle.
Yeah, don't do it.
Toughest little guys around.
Tea parties are a must.
Oh God, stop!
Girls' diet?
Everyone's talking at once. It's a true nightmare. Okay. That might be a thing I do on my own. That looks like a thing I just have to get points for. And to reach a certain threshold, look at stuff. Okay. I'll do that on my own. Alright, whatever. Alright, let's do the main quest, shall we? I really hope that the whole thing's been unlocked. That will suck. I hate... Yo, stop doing this. Unlock the entire vent all at once. There's no reason to fucking delay it and stagger it. It's so stupid. What if I only have like 1 day out of 3 weeks or whatever to fucking do it? And it happens to be near the beginning.
Can't catch me.
You suck my nuts, MiHoYo! Sorry. Let's just jump off here. Actually, no, I think I need to take the elevator. Wait. Come on. Don't underestimate the beetle. He'll kill you. Come on. Alright, wait. Where are we going? Let's go to the clone time. Alright. I'll have some M&Ms. I think I'm having too much sugar and caffeine. It's probably what's making me crazy right now. Oh, wait, what? Son of a bitch. Oh, it's right here. Wait, who is that?
Miss Chiori?
Your talk with the investor sure went fast. The Aquabus hasn't even arrived yet. Oh? And who are they?
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise! We've heard the owner of Chioriya Boutique is a skilled seamstress, so it's a real pleasure to finally meet you in person.
The way Namia's wardrobe comes together is really exceptional. The concept behind Kirara's outfit is originally original.
Thank you. I just wanted to make sure she wouldn't always look like a cat that had been unceremoniously dropped in a bucket of paint. So tell me, what happened? I can tell the conversation didn't go quite as expected.
Well, it's like this.
Ugh.
I know, Chiori, you don't have to say it. You did remind me that this investor was a little bit sketchy.
Yes, there's no doubt about that.
But how could I pass it up? He offered me twice as much as the others.
And therein lies the problem.
Yes, but just put yourself in my shoes. After obtaining such an excellent script, it's only natural that I would want to make the most of the film. The budgets that the others had proposed were nowhere near enough. It's difficult to find someone willing to front such a large amount of mora, so...
Don't be sad, Xavier. We might be able to help scrounge up some more together for you.
Oh, thank you, Paimon. That means a lot to me. But the cost of the film is staggering. I'm afraid that any mora we can scrounge together in a short amount of time won't even be able to cover the actors' fees.
We need to move on. What's happened has already happened, and there's no changing it. But now's not the time to give up.
What? You're saying that you have a plan?
No, that's not what I mean. I'm simply saying I wouldn't give up just yet. The actors I recommended aren't just after Mora after all.
Oh my god, it's them! Oh my god. My
Really?
vision is terrible.
And where do you live?
Ayaka and Yako
We
and
Malazines
Yonya.
live in Marcy Village. The only way to enter is from underwater.
Oh, you must be pretty tired after work every day, right? I mean, you have to swim all that way just to go home.
We are so thoughtful. But some Malazines choose to live in the Court of Fontaine because it's so much more convenient.
And this is our stop.
Oh, we've arrived, but I haven't even finished chatting with Abel yet.
Evil?
I also enjoyed Abel's introductions to Fontaine along the way. Everything you described was so clear and detailed that we can't help but want to hear more.
Thank you so much. I'm usually working here on this Aquabus, so I hope I'll have the chance to see you again. There are still many more places I'd like to introduce to you.
They're so cute. I love Malazines.
Welcome to the Court of Fontaine.
Chiori, you sure have changed a lot. This is the first time we've seen you since you left Inazuma.
I haven't realized it's been so long. I was in such a rush when I left that I didn't even get to say goodbye.
Thank you for extending the invitation, Mr. Xavier. I'm looking forward to a fruitful trip here in Fontaine.
Ah, it's an honor to have the head of the Kamisato clan visit us.
So they're who you meant when you said you had actors coming from Inazuma?
Oh? It's the Traveler and Paimon.
It's us.
Wow, what a coincidence! Ayaka and I were just talking about you on the way here. Are you also here for the film?
We just ran into Xavier earlier and came over with him.
But I'm not an actress. Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka are the real actors here. I'm just tagging along with Ayaka to have a good time together.
I thought I would always get the lead role.
About that, I mean, how was I supposed to contact you when I was making preparations for the film? I figured you were probably busy, and I didn't want to disturb you. So I could only keep you in the back of my mind while I sought other actors to play the lead roles in the film.
I had been thinking about a surprise reunion with you during our trip here, but you still managed to surprise me first.
Oh, so you all know each other already! My, what a coincidence! What are the chances everyone could be brought together here like this? Why don't we go to Hotel de Boer and catch up over a meal? I've already made a reservation.
Huh? Did you reserve 2 spots for us too?
Yes, of course, of course. I'll be sure to tell the boss to serve a few more delicious dishes just to make sure there'll be enough food.
Very well. Then please, kindly lead the way, Mr. Xavier.
Well, fuck, Ayaka's probably rich enough to fund this thing herself, so...
Wow, the buildings in Fontaine are so tall. Just look at how big they are.
And there's the fountain that Aval mentioned earlier. It really is a magnificent sight.
And look at that huge spinning sphere. Where does it get its power? Wait a sec! Could it be one of those clockwork mecha we've heard so much about?
And they're gone. Oh, goodness. Okay, hold on.
So this is what food from Fontaine is like. It sure is different from what we have in Inazuma. How should I describe it? It seems like you have to go through a lot more steps to make them. And the flavor has many layers too.
Ah, yes. When I first went to Inazuma, I actually thought the food there tasted a little too bland. It took some time for me to get used to it.
Let's get back to the purpose of this trip for a moment.
Insulting
shall
my
we?
country.
How have preparations for the film been coming along, Mr. Xavier?
Well, I've already assembled most of the film crew, a lighting specialist, a prop manager, and a costume designer. I've also bought the copyrights from the novel's author.
Oh, it's called The Two Musketeers, right? I read the script you sent me on the way here. The story is pretty good.
2 Musketeers.
Originally, I was planning to start filming as soon as Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka arrived in Fontaine, but I'm afraid I've run into a bit of a problem.
Oh? What is it?
It has to do with the film's investor, Mr. Morris. He suddenly informed me this morning that he's encountered some financial trouble and will be unable to release to me the amount of funding agreed upon.
It's said that Fontaine's legal system is well developed. If he has violated the contract, then can't you simply take him to court over the matter?
Well, I'm still more concerned about filming. Even if I were to take him to court, I'm afraid it would take months before the case could even be heard.
Then, is there a way we could raise funds ourselves to solve the problem?
I've considered that option too, but unfortunately, it's difficult to gather such a large amount of mora on such short notice. Besides, we have to consider the film festival's submission deadline.
Mr. Xavier, if Ayaka and I were willing to perform for free, would that resolve the problem you are currently facing?
What? No, out of the question. To have you come all this way just to act for free? Oh, no, that won't do.
There's no need to worry, Mr. Xavier. My brother and I had actually intended to work for free after receiving your invitation. Inazuma has only recently reopened its borders, and needs to strengthen its relations and cultural ties with other nations. We didn't have many collaboration projects with Fontaine in the past, so we hope this trip would serve as a good start for the future.
Indeed. You could say that's the real reason why the Yashiro Commission agreed to come to Fontaine.
I understand, but having you two act for free just doesn't seem right.
I always act for free.
Not at all. While we're officially here to conduct a cultural survey of sorts, we must express our sincerity if we want to establish formal cultural ties with your nation. This film will serve as proof of friendly cooperation and cultural exchange between Inazuma and Fontaine. It's my hope that the film can be finished and released as smoothly as possible. If you still don't feel comfortable with this arrangement, I would also be more than happy to be introduced to some other renowned individuals in Fontaine's literary and artistic circles.
All right, I'll do as you say. Thank you so much. I'll make sure to cobble together enough mora now, even if it means selling my house, my camera, and every single family heirloom.
Come on now, no need to go that far. I'll also help you out as a brand sponsor.
We can help too. Just say that you got our contribution from some personal friends.
Me too. Even though I didn't bring much more to spend on this trip, it's still better than nothing.
You are too kind, all of you. I really don't know how to...
You're killing him.
Alright, enough about that. Now that we have Xavier's savings, my support, and 2 leads who are willing to act for free, I think we will be able to make this happen. So, instead of Mora, you'll help with filming and production.
Oh, but how can we help with that? We don't know much about making a film.
Alright, pull yourself together, Xavier. Tell us if there are still any open positions left among the crew.
All right. Let me think. We still need a camera operator, a clapper loader, and someone to manage logistics. I originally wanted to personally serve as director, but I've been too busy working as the producer. So the positions of director and director's assistant will also need to be filled.
Paimon knows what the director and the logistics support person do, but what's a clapper loader?
The clapper loader is responsible for using the clapper board to record and organize the information of each shot when the camera operator begins shooting. The work requires both patience and careful attention to detail.
A clapper board? Oh, you mean the thing they hold that goes clap whenever they start filming?
Yes, that's right. Are you interested in that job?
For sure! Paimon's always wanted to try that.
Alright, then you'll be our clapper loader. I can find someone from the store to help with logistics. What do you think, Xavier?
Oh, fine by me. As for our camera operator, I was thinking of letting the Traveler take the role.
Oh, she's great when it comes to using a camera. Paimon can't even count how many things we've taken photos of during our journey.
Yes, that's also what I was thinking. I noticed the Traveler had an eye for photography and composition when we worked together previously.
I'm sure that's due to the Traveler's journey across Teyvat and all the places they've seen. After so many adventures, using a camera must be second nature by now.
What do you say, Traveler? Are you interested in the job?
As long as I'll be able to help. Lights, camera, action.
Thank you. It really means a lot to me. Come on, friend. Let me give you a big warm hug.
Do it! I think we better get to work.
So all that's left for us to find is a director and an assistant.
Oh, me. I want to be the director's assistant. All we need to do is help the director, right? I can handle that.
All right, then all we need is a director. Oh, all the well-known directors in Fontaine are probably also busy working on their own films these days. I'm not sure who will have time to help.
Oh, Farina helped out a theater troupe recently by serving as an artistic consultant. She could be a good director, right? Besides, it's not like she has anything else to do right now.
Farina? Do you really think Lady Farina would be willing to help us with our humble project?
Isn't that the name of Fontaine's Hydro Archon? My brother has already informed me about what happened here in Fontaine.
Word spreads fast.
Yep, that's her. She helped out a theater troupe not too long ago, and now she's taking up work as a director.
Huh.
Well,
I saw that musical. Her performance was perfect, and the storyboards were also excellent.
All right, writers. Don't pat yourself on the back too much, right? I can see you doing that.
Don't let her former identity intimidate you. She's the best candidate we can think of right now. You'll never know until you give her a shot.
Fine, you're right, Shiori. I'll do anything for the sake of my film, anything! Then I'll have to ask the Traveler and Paimon to show me the way to Lady Farina's residence. I just hope she'll agree to help.
Do you need us to also come along?
No, there's no need to trouble you with this. Besides, you've just arrived in Fontaine, and I'm sure there are many places you would like to visit. Just leave this task to me. It's part of my duties as the producer.
Very well. Then we'll be waiting to hear the good news.
I'll go with you. By the way, you might want to consider bringing a gift.
And don't worry, we won't simply drop you off at Farina's place. We know Farina pretty well by now, so having some familiar faces there should help your chances. Besides, the whole thing was our idea in the first place.
All right, then I'll start making preparations. As for the gift...
A gift for someone who was once seen as the Hydra Oricon. I wonder what she would like.
A mask.
I recall that Lady Farina once fancied a clockwork ring, so perhaps I should get another exquisite clockwork contraption for her.
Huh? Can't we just bring some desserts, like the Fontinalia mousse?
But wouldn't that be a little too cheap? She does like desserts, though.
Isn't the Fontinalia festival happening right now? I heard Abel tell us on the Aquabus that Farina introduced the tradition of going door to door and asking for sweets. To do something like that, she must have a real sweet tooth.
I agree with Yoimiya. If the gift is too fancy, it might actually make her feel more uncomfortable.
Alright then, let's go buy some Fontinalia mousse.
Where are we gonna find an entire moose from?
But will that really be enough? We'll be asking her to do a lot of work, you know.
Let's just cut that.
You're right. We need to further sweeten the deal.
Huh? You want something even sweeter than Fontinalia mousse?
Yes, we'll need a gift that's sweeter than any dessert in the world.
We don't want to kill her, though.
Your words of praise.
Soon after, Farina fell into a diabetic coma.
You go ahead. No need to worry about us.
Oh, I hope Farina will like the gifts we prepared. Oh, and if you still think we should get something else for her, just let me know. I should be able to make some fireworks.
I always cut them off when they're doing
Looking forward to the good news.
Thanks for your contribution, Zayado. Alright, let's go to the place. I'm gonna unfollow that.
Teleport.
Alright. Oh.
We're here. This is where Farina lives.
Okay, I'll go knock on the door.
She comes out brandishing a knife. What is it?
Coming. Seriously, who's knocking before afternoon tea? Who are you?
Lady Farina, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Xavier, a film director.
Hello. Oh, is that the Traveler and Paimon I see behind you? And who's this?
I'm Chiori.
Ah, the one from Chioria Boutique. Hello, hello. So, what are you all doing here? Do you need something? Did you just get up, Farina? It's already past noon, you know.
Come on, try to be nice, remember?
Huh? Oh, Paimon means the weather is so nice in the afternoon and the sun is so warm. Just like how you make us feel. Sleeping in late is a really smart idea. No. I was just up late last night reading some novels. What does sleeping in have to do with the weather?
This is a small gift we've prepared for you, Lady Farina. We hope you like it.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a regular person like everyone else now.
Oh.
Is this Fontinalia mousse? It's one of my favorites.
That's great! So, actually, there's something we need your help with. Given your renowned passion and understanding of drama, I would like to ask that you serve as the director of our film crew.
Out of nowhere.
Oh, but didn't you just say that you're a director?
Yes, but for this particular project, I'm mainly working as a producer. Besides, I'm sure that your understanding of the performing arts far surpasses my own, Lady Farina.
Are the Traveler and Paimon also part of the film crew?
Yep, we sure are. Paimon's the clapper loader and she's the camera operator.
Camera operator? That can be a pretty technical job, and it directly affects the final quality of the film. Are you really up to it?
I have experience. I can show you if you like.
No, I'm not questioning your abilities. It's just that I've never really seen you use a camera before.
Maybe you can come up with a test for the Traveler and see for yourself. If she can satisfy you with her camera skills, then you'd have nothing to worry about and can join the team. What do you say?
You sure are getting better at rolling with the situation, Paimon. Oh, I do wish to see how skilled the Traveler really is with a camera. All right, how about this? We'll work with what we have. I'll give you some scenarios and see if your work is up to my standards.
Sure, no problem. Whatever you say, Director Farina.
Very good. It's essential for the camera operator to understand the director's vision. I'll make my decision after seeing your work. Are you ready? I have high standards, you know.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay, grab the camera and I'll give you a scenario.
Okay. Sorry. Estelle is the boss of Behemoth Workshop and has always been proud of her forging machine, as it can not only precisely control the strength of temperature, but also takes no effort from the blacksmith. Let us film a promotional video for her workshop. Remember to emphasize the superiority of her forging machine. Okay. Oh, so it's this thing. Okay. I got this. I got this. I just did this event. Alright. Alright, you need a scene that shows off the... Oh, sorry. Behemoth Workshop. Boop. It's not her, though. So, yeah. Let's go. Okay. Okay, the forging machine. Behemoth's Workshop is a weapons workshop that utilizes a forging machine. This scene shows the forging machine at work. Okay. Alright. You need a scene that shows the atmosphere as Estelle works relaxed. Okay. Oh. Oh, this is really easy. They just... Cake. I kind of want to pick the bullshit options to see how she reacts. Oh, no. You fuck it. Let's try it, right? Let's just be done with it. It's just like pick every wrong option. There we go. I just want to see what Farina says. Actually, some of these kind of fit, but just some of them. The cake one definitely doesn't.
Let me be honest. Do you really think you have what it takes to shoot a film? You put no thought into finding a good camera angle, and the characters weren't even in the shots. As for the original intent of the characters' lines, did you leave them somewhere in the vicinity of Elton Trench? I mean, I guess you could be trying to pursue your definition of the avant-garde. If that's what you're doing, I suppose you do have to find yourselves a capable director.
So what's the verdict?
Yeah! Does that mean you agree to be our director, Farina?
Did you think I would agree just like that? After our performance of The Little Oceanid, I've begun to make a name for myself again, you know. In fact,
I've already had several troops approach me for the Fontanalia Film Festival. Unfortunately, the scripts were all pretty boring and didn't pique my interest. If others were to find out I agreed to work with you so easily, then, well...
Hey, but didn't we have a deal? What else do we need to do to convince you, Farina?
Well, what about the pay?
Huh?
You know, how much you're willing to pay me to be the director? The pay is also an important factor for me to consider, you know.
Well, I can offer you this much?
What? That's all? If Nervylat were to hear of this, he could charge you with underpaying your labor.
I'm sorry, but our crew is in a tight financial spot at the moment.
I see. Well, even though it's highly unlikely now that I'll join your crew, there's still something I'd like to ask. Exactly what film are you planning to make?
Oh, our script is an adaptation of The Two Musketeers.
Huh? Wait, you mean the suspense thriller novel that was a #1 bestseller?
Oh, so Farina's read it too.
Of course I read it. I've always had a keen interest in artistic works that strike a chord with the populace. I see. It all makes sense now. You must have used most of the budget to pay for the copyright.
Not really. The novel's author transferred the copyright to me practically for free once he heard that I wanted to make a film adaptation of the story. The lack of budget is due to another issue.
He probably just wants to get his name out there. So, Mora isn't the most important thing to him right now. It reminds me of a delivery courier who wears one of my designs while traveling all across Teyvat. I didn't charge her much for the outfit either. The exposure she provides for my brand is well worth it.
Kirara.
So, are you a big fan of this story, Farina?
Well, it's all right. The pacing of the story is good, but the character relationships could use some work. When I was reading it before, I always felt like some things were left on a rather unsatisfactory note. I have high standards, you know. Ahem, Mr. Xavier. If, hypothetically speaking, I agree to be the director, how much freedom would I have in terms of script revisions and creative interpretation?
Oh, as much freedom as you would need. I wouldn't dare doubt the tastes of Fontaine's greatest star.
Good. Then I'm free to alter the script as I see fit?
Absolutely, no problem.
We're counting on you, Director Farina. Now's your chance to make a film that you love.
All right. It seems that your crew really can't go on without my care and direction.
So, you agree?
Yes, I agree. Although the pay is well below what someone of my caliber deserves. A great script calls for a great director. I mustn't let a perfectly good story be ruined due to lack of funds. If you have fine cheese and bread, you wouldn't just let it sit on the counter and get moldy just because you lack an oven, right?
Thank you, Farina.
Oh, Hydro Archon above! I'm not dreaming, am I? Somebody pinch me.
There's no more Hydro Archon, you know. And it's still a little early to celebrate. There's a lot that goes into shooting a film. Although the trickiest tasks of finalizing the script and casting the actors have already been taken care of, we'll still need to reserve filming locations. Not to say set up lighting and props. And by the way, since we'll be filming The Two Musketeers, we'll need to find an action choreographer. Ideally, a professional who has actual experience with muskets.
Yes, I've thought about this as well. I was hoping that you might know someone who could handle the job.
Me? If this was before, I could have simply asked Florand. But it's already been some time since I last talked to her. Navia can also use firearms, but unfortunately, her style is quite different from that of the characters in the story.
Could we ask the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol?
Oh, you mean the Special Patrol's Musketeers?
Yes, that's right. They work with Muskets every day. I can't think of anyone more qualified than them.
They would be under Nervilette's jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I don't have any connection with them at all. So, in the end, we still have to start by talking to Nervilette.
No need to go to all that trouble. I know their Captain Chevreuse.
Oh, you do? Wait, Chiori, how do you know the captain of the Special Patrol's Musketeers?
No particular reason. Running a business means dealing with some trouble from time to time, and she's helped me out on a few occasions. In return, I've helped her handle a few situations in which the Special Patrol couldn't get involved directly. So, we've gotten to know each other over time.
So you're saying there's been times when the Special Patrol needed a fashion designer to handle a situation? Your work is becoming more and more mysterious.
It'd be best to keep it that way. Anyway, enough about that. What do you all think about asking the captain to be our musket action choreographer?
She sounds professional enough. She is a captain after all. I have no objections.
But I imagine the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol must be busy with their duties. Do you think she'd really have time to help with shooting a film? And then there's the issue of pay.
Well, it just so happens that she's also not the kind of person that's just after Mora.
How convenient.
As for whether she has time, I'll have to go and ask her first.
Then I'll leave that to you. Macaroni's on sale today, so I've got to go. You can just tell me how things went when we discuss tomorrow's plan later.
No problem.
Having Farina join feels like a big boost to our team.
Of course. Just wait until the day of our premiere. You'll witness the true power of my name in these lands. You'll be so glad I agreed to help. I can guarantee that even the standing tickets will be sold out. I'll be sure to ask some people I know to see if they'd be willing to act as extras.
Seems like you're finally getting more comfortable with your own reputation now.
I didn't ask for the Clapper Loader's commentary, Paimon.
I can't wait to see our film's premiere.
Then let's get going. I happen to know where Chevreuse is today.
By the way, I'm curious. If my pay is so low, then what about our two lead actors? Didn't they travel here all the way from Inazuma?
Actually, they told us that they see the trip as part of a cultural exchange, so they didn't ask for any pay.
What? So is every person in Teyvat who doesn't want money gathered here to shoot this film?
Exactly.
Don't tell me Chiori isn't being paid either.
I already knew Xavier from before, and he's also agreed to give my brand some good exposure.
It seems the gods have really smiled upon you, Xavier. And that certainly doesn't include me, mind you.
Oh, Prina.
Besides the macaroni, I should also pick up some tomato sauce.
I love her. Alright.
Where next?
All right, this is the place.
There she is. What's her name again?
But where's the captain?
Chevreuse?
There's hardly anyone around here.
She's over there. The one with an eye patch reading in front of the newsstand.
Oh, her! Paimon could tell there was something different about her. She seems kinda intimidating.
Please wait here for a moment. I'll go fetch her. She's working now, so you might not want to get in her way.
Working? But isn't she just standing there and reading a novel?
Just trust me.
Oh, alright, let's see what happens then. Chiori sure is a mysterious person. She claims just to be a fashion designer, but she knows all these powerful people.
The court of Fontaine isn't particularly tolerant of visitors from overseas, so it isn't easy for a foreigner to promote their brand here. Even more so in the competitive world of fashion. Even a local like me just trying to make a film has to face all kinds of challenges. So I can only imagine what Chiori has been through to get where she is today. I'm sure that having more connections has definitely worked in her favor.
Reading on the job?
Detective novel.
One main character?
No. Multiple. Branching storylines.
I see. How's the plot coming along?
One of the main characters is about to make a choice that will affect the rest of his life. I'd wager he's going to make the wrong choice.
Any way to speed things up? There's something I need your help with.
You know that doesn't depend on me. It all comes down to what the character chooses.
Which is exactly why I'm here to help.
All right. It appears he made the wrong choice in the end.
Halt!
Huh? What's going on?
Hand over whatever you're holding.
Oh, it's just a book. I didn't buy anything else.
Then I'm sure you wouldn't mind letting me have a look.
Excuse me,
she's
officer.
small?
I
She
don't
is.
mind you standing around here, not purchasing anything. But I'd prefer if you didn't disturb my customers. It's bad for business, you know?
Don't give me that act. You won't be able to get off so easily either. I am Chevras, captain of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. I will say this one last time. Hand over whatever you're holding at once. And before you do anything unwise, let me remind you that I'll have you on the ground before you can even think about making a run for it.
All right. I'll give it to you. But please let me say something first. If there's any contraband in that book, then the shopkeeper here is the one who slipped it in. I don't have anything to do with this.
Why, you trying to leave me on the hook, huh? You were the one who said you wanted it.
Save it for the interrogation room. Take them away, Letelier.
I'm here. I'll do it. Come with me, gentlemen.
What's going on here? One second you're reading a book and the next you're escorting people away.
And who are... Oh! Aren't you the traveler who's been all over the papers recently? Chiori, I'm assuming what you wanted to ask me about has to do with them, right?
Does she have headphones? Is that headphones around her neck? Those look like headphones. What is this? Did she come from a Honkai Star Rail? I don't know.
Maybe I can let you in on what's happening then. Now that Vache has been brought to justice, no new shipments of synth will be made and distributed to sellers. The Fontaine guards have been busy collecting the remaining synths still circulating on the market. Thanks to a tip from our reliable source here, this should be the very last batch.
Oh, so you were pretending to read a book in order to catch the bad guys. Oh, Paimon almost forgot to introduce ourselves. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler and Xavier.
Hey, I'm Chevras. You probably already heard me introduce myself, so I won't bother repeating it.
Why didn't you just arrest him immediately?
Yeah, why didn't you make a move as soon as you had the chance? Were you worried that my intel wasn't accurate?
No, I wanted to see if the shopkeeper would turn himself in first. All he had to do was come up to me and say that he didn't know where the synth had come from. If he did that, then I wouldn't have had to press charges on him.
He had the whole day to turn the synth over to Chevras. But instead, the moment I came up and blocked Chevras' line of sight, he took the opportunity to sell it off.
Yep, he made the wrong choice, even though the right choice was right there in front of him.
But you knew they wouldn't make the right choice.
Yeah, I knew. I was just hoping I'd be wrong for once. Enough about that, though. What did you want to ask me about?
Oh, you see, it's like this.
The two Musketeers. You certainly have a good eye for a story. So what do you need me to do? Just be the action choreographer for the actors?
Yes, that's right. I want to make sure we get all the details right. I want the actor's posture and understanding of firearms to be as realistic as possible. However, I'm afraid this work will require a bit of your time, since you'll have to be present whenever we're filming. Also, as for the pay...
No need to say any more. I'll join.
Huh? Just like that?
Really? You're willing to help us with our humble film project?
Sure, it's no big deal. As I said, we've wrapped up our investigation here, so I don't have any other tasks on my plate for the moment. Besides, I personally really like this novel. I even have the collector's edition at home. Stories where justice prevails over evil never get old for me.
Then we've got a deal?
Yes, I'll see you on set tomorrow.
Oh my! I can hardly believe it! I should tell Lady Farina immediately. Oh, and I must tell the prop manager and lighting technician to get everything ready. We start filming tomorrow!
Calm down, Xavier. The film is going to take more than just a day to finish. Still, I should also head back now and start preparing the actors' costumes and makeup.
Alright, guess that's it for today then.
Traveler, Paimon, please stay for a moment. I have something to tell you.
Then I'll take Xavier back. Poor thing. He's so excited that he can't even walk straight anymore. I don't want to spend our first day fishing our producer out of the fountain.
See you tomorrow. I think Xavier would probably be able to hold himself together.
He'd better.
Okay, so events. Don't talk to Chevrolet. Wait, is that? Oh no. Chevrouse. Where is she? Where'd she go? Oh, she's way over here now. Chevrouse.
So what did you want to tell us, Chevrolet?
Have you read The Two Musketeers?
I've heard a bit about it. I haven't read it yet.
The story is about a pair of children born into the household of a baron, and their struggle to survive together and take revenge for their mother. They were raised at the baron's estate, where their mother worked as a maid. The two were illegitimate children that the baron had with the maid, so they were never treated well by anyone. One day, upon returning home, they found their mother had been murdered and left dead on the floor. It was quite evident that the culprits were the other members of the baron's household, who never had any kind words to say to them. However, the baron was able to exert his influence and keep the whole thing under wraps. The mother's death was eventually deemed as a suicide, and there was no chance of bringing her murderers to justice. The two siblings decided to flee and someday avenge their mother. Many years later, members of the baron's family suddenly started turning up dead one after the other, all killed by gunshot. A rainbow rose was found on each of the victims' bodies, being the flower that the kid's mother liked best. The baron believed that the mother's soul had come to take vengeance on him, so he lived in fear each day. But it was actually those two siblings who had fled all those years ago. They relied on each other to survive and trained day and night, eventually becoming adept musketeers. They used all of their abilities to collect evidence and clues before executing their plan and exacting revenge on the baron. Their actions let the truth behind their mother's death be known to all.
That's quite an exhilarating story.
Yep, the baron got what he deserved for his evil deeds, and justice was able to prevail. It was just the kind of story I enjoy.
Oh, so is that why you were so willing to join our crew, Chevrolet?
You could say it was one of the reasons.
Oh, you mean there were other reasons too?
I've read the reports about you. Whether it was at the trials or when you lent your hand to resolve our nation's crisis, you've shown that you've got a strong sense of justice, as well as a great mind for deductions.
Wait, so what you're implying is there's a case that you need your help with?
Yes, you're as sharp as I expected. It seems you've experienced many similar situations before. There's been a recent murder case involving Muskets. The perpetrator's methods appear to be very similar to what is described in the novel.
Huh? Really? But Paimon didn't see anything about that in today's papers.
The Marechaussee Phantom hasn't yet released any information to the public because the investigation is currently at a standstill. The murderer is extremely cautious.
A murder involving firearms? But not that many people use those in Fontaine, right?
Could it be someone from your platoon?
Impossible. We perform a routine inspection of our firearms and ammo reserves every day. If one of the weapons had been fired, it would stick out like a sore thumb. Besides, I trust the members of my platoon. However... Well, that's all I can disclose about the case today.
Huh? What do you mean?
I hope you all can go back and get some shut-eye. You can decide tomorrow whether or not you'd like to join the investigation with me. I'm aware this might not be the ideal time to add more to your plate, but the more capable people we have, the better the chances that justice will prevail.
Can someone from the Special Patrol help you investigate?
Carrying out investigations isn't actually supposed to be our responsibility. Our job is to apprehend the perpetrators. Finding them is really up to the Marechaussee Phantom. You could say I'm taking part in the investigation out of personal interest. I don't want people to see Muskets in a negative way, and also, I'm concerned about the similarity between the crimes and the story.
You mean, they might be connected somehow?
I suspect so. Just to make myself clear, this is not an order, nor is it a deal of any kind. It's a request, nothing more. If you two have any interest in the case after we finish filming tomorrow and are willing to assist me, then I would be most grateful.
What do you think, Traveler?
It's already been quite a day. Let's give it some thought tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right. Paimon's getting a little tired, too. We've really been hustling all day.
You'd better head back and get some rest. It's good to keep a calm mind, especially when you're about to make an important decision. Otherwise, when the moment comes, you might end up like that shopkeeper and not even realize that the right choice is right there in front of you.
Crack of muskets breaking the silence. Completed.
Okay. Until the following morning, 8 a.m. Whee! Perfect. Ugh. Oh, this is a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be. I'm like part 2 of 5 done. Crap. Alright, well. I'm in for the long haul.
It's finally time to meet up with everyone. Paimon even dreamt of making the film last night. If Paimon remembers right, we're meeting at Hotel de Boer. Let's get going. Ayaka, Yoimiya, you're already here.
Good morning. Xavier said yesterday afternoon went well.
Yeah, and how about you, Ayaka? What were you up to yesterday?
After we split up, Ayato went to see Udex Nervillet at the Palais Marmonia. I was originally thinking of going with him, but he said he could manage it himself. He told me to go see the sights around Fontaine and to enjoy the local culture. So I rode the aquabus with Yoimiya and visited the opera house on Aranias Island.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe what we saw there. 2 mechanical puppets that were dancing together. You've already seen them, right?
The Dirge of Copelia and the Nemesis of Coppelius.
Yeah, those two. Amazing, aren't they?
We sat and watched for quite a while. It was mesmerizing. Like we could keep watching them forever.
Oh, it was the same for us the first time we saw them, too.
Afterwards, we went swimming at the beach. Well, diving, to be exact. It was the first time I ever breathed underwater. I held Ayaka's hand and we counted down together. 3, 2, 1, and then splash! We were beneath the waves. At first, I didn't dare to open my mouth. But once I couldn't hold my breath any longer, I decided to take a big breath in. Turns out the water wasn't as salty as I imagined. It didn't really taste like anything at all. Before I knew it, I was breathing like normal down there. It was an amazing feeling. Ayaka said I was too nervous and needed to loosen my grip. She got used to everything way faster than I did.
I knew that the Traveler could do it, so I had no doubt we could do it too. That helped me feel at ease as soon as we dove in. The underwater world in Fontaine truly is beautiful. I love seeing the romaritime flowers blossoming underwater, like little candles lighting up the streets at night.
Yeah, and there were so many creatures that we've never seen in Inazuma. Like those fish that shimmer like a sword blade. Whoosh! Oh, and those big fish that call when they see people.
Oh, you mean Hunter's Rays and Blubber Beasts.
I just love the name Blubber Beast. Just wait till Pops and the others hear about this. They probably won't believe a word I say.
Yoimiya was down there for quite a while. It was dark before we finally rode the aquabus back to the city. I figured she'd want to sleep in today.
Yeah, even I was worried that I wouldn't be able to get up. I still felt like I was drifting in the waves when I went to sleep last night. But as soon as I woke up today, I remembered that we'd all be shooting a film together, and I was ready to go.
Speaking of the film, where's everybody else?
My brother and Xavier were speaking to the restaurant owner about using the place as a filming location. They should be here soon. As for the others,
We're here. Please excuse my tardiness. I just finished the Special Patrol's 6-mile morning jog.
Wait, 6 miles?
I'm so tired.
I heard you all chatting, so I decided to come down. I sure could use some of that endless energy everyone else has.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning. Can someone fetch me a cup of coffee? More milk, hold the sugar.
Sure, I'd be happy to do that for you.
No, you can't go anywhere. Please, have a seat over here so I can get started on your makeup. The last thing I want is coffee stains on my costumes.
I can get the coffee. It's the perfect job for an assistant. So much energy. Seriously, what's her secret?
Oh, Ymira's always like that. But you sure look exhausted, Farina. It's because you're not used to waking up so early, huh?
Of course not. I spent the whole night reading the novel from cover to cover, marking sections that either need to be omitted or adapted.
Wow. Paimon didn't expect you to be so thorough.
Well, I was the biggest star in all of Fontaine after all. It takes more than just a pretty face to earn a reputation like that. I know how to get serious when the situation calls for it. I went all out when I was acting as an Archon, so why wouldn't I do the same for my own life? Here's your coffee, Director Farina.
That was fast.
Oh, thank you. The sound of being called director and the aroma of coffee feels almost as refreshing as hearing the birds chirping in the morning.
It seems everyone has managed to arrive on time.
We've reached an agreement with the restaurant owner. We are free to use the second floor to shoot our film.
Really? That's great!
He is really looking forward to our film, and hopes that providing his restaurant as a filming location will attract more customers.
Well then, Mr. Xavier, I'll leave the rest to you.
Okay, thanks. First, I'd like to introduce our new members. This is our prop manager, Veronique. She'll be in charge of all the film's props and items. And this is Bonneau, our lighting technician. He'll be in charge of lighting and illumination to set up each scene's atmosphere.
Wow. Sure feels like we have some real professionals joining the crew now.
First of all, please allow me to first express my sincerest gratitude to everyone in the crew. When my investor informed me yesterday that he wouldn't be able to provide the funds, I really thought that this was the nail in the coffin for this film. I had no idea that I'd find so many people willing to help me on such short notice. Thank you. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
No need to be so cordial, Mr. Xavier. We're all honored to be a part of this.
Your works made a profound impression on me when I saw them back in Inazuma. I am sure that someday, this film will be remembered as a prime example of cultural exchange between Fontaine and Inazuma.
Yes, the story is the reason I agreed to join. I can't bear to even imagine what this film would look like without the very best director.
Again, in a different cutscene.
Anyway, I would like to make a promise to everyone that as the producer of this film, I'll do whatever I can to ensure that everything goes as smoothly as possible. This is not just my film. It also embodies the thoughts and feelings of every person here, as well as the endless effort we are about to pour into it. So, without further ado, the two Musketeers will officially begin filming now!
Yay!
You may take it from here, Director Farina.
All right, listen up, everyone. The first scene takes place when the two young musketeers are living at the Baron's home, still unaware of all that is about to happen to them. We'll need props and lighting to set the scene. Our lead actors can go get their makeup done, and extras, please take this time to go over your positions.
Whoa. Seems Farina's really kicking things into gear as the director.
Is everyone clear? I don't want anyone traipsing around the set like umbrella finches. All right, cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready. Let's make a film that'll make some serious waves in Fontaine.
Not the kind of waves that drown people. I mean, the good kind of waves. Seems like she's still a bit traumatized by that.
You think?
Anyway, let's go see if there's anything we can do to help.
Oh dear. Wait, how many? Wait, hold on. How many acts are there in this? Okay. Alright. Let's do it.
Ayaka has mentioned you to me before. She said that you two were great friends when you were kids.
No talking. I'm thinking about how to do your eyeshadow.
Ah, yes. To help me really look the part.
To achieve a more young and naive look for this scene.
Are you saying the wrinkles around my eyes are too deep?
You just have too much of a calculating look in your eyes.
You sure don't mince your words. It seems you really haven't changed much.
Quiet.
Okay. Okay, both said the same thing.
Ah, so this is what a musket looks like.
Not exactly.
I don't need any help here. Why don't you try asking someone else?
Is anybody else? No, please. Alright, Yomiya, what do you need?
How about here?
A little more to the left.
You got it.
Hey, Yoimiya, do you need a hand?
No, I'm fine. You know, doing the lighting is kind of like designing a fireworks show. It's interesting to imagine what kind of atmosphere the lights will create. I heard that the Traveler will be operating the camera and Paimon will be the clapper loader, right? Those roles are just perfect for the two of you.
Really? Is that because it'll be easy for Paimon to hold the clapperboard while flying?
Well, sure, there's that, but that's not exactly what I meant. I just think that after all your journeys together, you two must have developed a super close bond and just naturally know how to work with each other. If I'm not mistaken, the director will want the cameras rolling as soon as the clapperboard goes clack.
Actually, we start rolling before that. The clapperboard just gets edited out of post-production.
Oh, I see. It's amazing to see the magic behind filmmaking.
Yoimiya, we need lights over there too.
Oh, on it! I've got to get back to work. Chat with you later. Oh, it's exciting to see so many people working together to bring the film to life.
Seems like Yoimiya's really getting into it. But she was right. We do have a super close bond, don't we?
Of course!
Paimon's really happy to hear that.
Alright, let's do it.
So, this is a real musket?
No, it's just a prop weapon.
Not bad. Have you seen a real musket before?
Only in books and newspapers. I made this one based on the relative shape and proportions I saw in reference images. When we're filming, some special gunpowder will be applied around the muzzle, which will help create the flash and smoke effects of a real gun being fired.
Which means it'll be up to the actors to portray the recoil.
That's right. The sound effects for gunshots will also be added in post-production.
Thank you, Veronique. I think I know where to start now. However, the musket's gears and firing pin could still use some work. Adding some wear on the metallic components will make them appear more realistic. Also, be sure to rub the muskets with some oil each time before we start shooting. That'll give the impression that the firearms have been well maintained.
Good point.
You seem to know a lot, Miss Chevres. I assume you use these types of firearms on a regular basis?
Yes, I perform routine maintenance on my weapons every day. Just like we as people need to eat and sleep, muskets need to be cleaned and maintained.
I also perform similar care for my sword every day, and familiarize myself with its shape and weight, to the point where it feels like a natural extension of my body.
Yes. This way, our weapons will never betray us in the heat of battle.
Yes, well said. It seems we have the same philosophy on this topic.
Oh, sounds like they found a common interest to talk about.
Though these props differ from the muskets I use, I can still give you some pointers.
Good. I look forward to your instruction.
First and foremost, never point the weapon at anyone, regardless of whether it's a real or prop weapon or whether you're holding it or it's on the table. This holds for any time when you're not actively engaging an enemy.
Okay, understood.
When aiming the musket, extend your arm so that it's level with your shoulder, and use your eye to look down the weapon's sights.
Like this?
Not bad. Now, try saying your lines.
This is the end of the road
Why
for
are you
you.
holding it sideways?
Good. Now turn your body a little. That way, you'll give your enemy less of a target to work with. And relax your shoulders. Here, allow me to demonstrate. This is the end of the road for you.
Huh. Excuse me, Miss Chiori. Director Farina, there's something I wish to discuss with you.
Oh? What is it?
Like this?
Yes, much better.
What do you think?
I do see your point. But are you sure you wish to do this?
I believe it would be most fitting.
Well, if you insist. All right, I understand. Miss Ayaka, Miss Chevres, could the two of you please come over here?
Huh? What's going on? Are we gonna start filming now?
Let's go see.
What is it?
I have a question for you, Miss Chevres. Would you be willing to play the role of a musketeer?
What?
To clarify, I would like to turn over my role to Miss Chevres.
But brother...
Don't worry, Ayaka. I actually view this as a good thing. I was becoming troubled trying to set aside some time to speak to the staff at the Palais Mermonia. I would like to have some conversations about the cultural exchange between our two countries, and I've heard that the bureaucratic process here can get rather complicated. Now, I will be able to focus on my work. Besides, you also know that I'm not really one for public performances.
Are you really sure?
From a director's point of view, I also felt like the relationship between the two musketeers in the original story could be improved. The older brother in the story plays the lead role with his overbearing character, but this causes his character to overshadow that of his sister, and the theme of the two supporting and relying on each other isn't conveyed very well. But if we were to change the siblings to two sisters of a similar age, then that aspect of the story might come through more clearly. Also, I've seen you instructing Ayaka. That cold and dignified personality is exactly what we need for the older musketeer.
Of course, even with all these insights, the decision should still be made by Miss Chevres.
Chevres mentioned that she really likes the story, right? Paimon bets that she'll take the role.
She will have to prioritize her work, but we still don't know if she's a big fan of acting.
All right, I'll take the role.
Well?
Good. It's decided then. I'll get started on making edits to the script. We'll also need to make some immediate adjustments to the lighting, props, and costumes. Oh, I have a feeling that our adaptation will be even better than the original story.
You're doing a great favor for me, Miss Chevres. You have my gratitude.
Don't mention it. I like this character, so if anything, I should be the one thanking you.
Well, since my brother is the one who brought up the idea, I suppose there's no need to worry. Let's go, Miss Chevres. I look forward to working with you.
Please, just call me Chevres.
Seems like you're really going out of your way to solve the problem I was having with your makeup.
Surely you jest, Chiori. I assure you that I was mostly motivated by a desire to spend more time on formal business.
Oh, come on. You really think I'd buy that? According to what I've heard from Ayaka, her brother is someone who can juggle 10 different matters at the same time. I'm sure you have other reasons for backing out.
Perhaps. Ayaka always said she wanted to go out and see more of the world, just like the Traveler. But I feel that she needs not only to see other nations, but also to make some different kinds of friends. I think it would be harder for her to make new connections with me constantly by her side. I would like to give her some space.
All right, go on. Spoil her some more.
Ayato, it's too bad you're stepping down from the role. Paimon really wanted to see you act as a musketeer.
This is the punishment you deserve. This is justice.
No need to poke fun at me. I'd wager that you also felt that I wasn't the best candidate for the role.
It's a little hard for Paimon to imagine you saying those lines.
So are you going back to work now? Are you going to go back to work now?
Yes. I've made an appointment to meet some people from the Palais Mermonia. Now, I will have some more time to prepare.
Traveler, get the camera ready. Paimon, get the clapperboard. Actors, to your positions. We're about to start shooting the first scene.
Go on now. And please take good care of Ayaka.
Yep, don't worry.
You can count on us. Good luck with your work.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing the film when it's finished.
All right, now that we're all here, let me help set the scene for everyone. The first scene takes place when our two main characters are still living at the Baron's estate. They've been ostracized and verbally abused by others in the household, but they still have no idea why. We want to capture how naive and innocent they are despite their pain. Chevres will be playing the role of the older sister, Tulip, and Ayaka will be the younger sister, Iris. Be sure to get close-ups of the main characters at the right moment. Silence on the set! Lights, camera, action!
Let's go!
Tulip, Mother's been out for quite a while now.
Perhaps she went to pick some flowers on the way home. You know how she loves flowers.
Iris, Tulip, I'm home.
Mother! You were out for so long, we were beginning to worry about you.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm back now, safe and sound. Here, I brought your favorite treat, apple turnovers.
Mother, what are those bruises on your hand?
Huh? What bruises? Oh, I must have bumped into something while I was working yesterday.
But I didn't notice them this morning.
Then perhaps they're from when I accidentally tripped when I was out just now. By the way, did you have fun playing at home? What's the matter, Iris?
Well, we've realized that no one really wants to play with us.
They even took Iris's doll and spat at us.
And they even called us names. They said we were...
Shh. It's all right. Don't worry. Girls, listen to me. It doesn't matter what anyone says. Don't listen to them. No one can define you with such words. You both have wonderful lives ahead of you. Just like your names. You will both blossom like beautiful flowers. Maybe your time to blossom hasn't quite come yet. But one day, you two will bloom more beautifully than anything else. Don't let the soil you're in now ruin your future beauty. Understand? My dear daughters.
And cut! Not bad. The actors' emotions were all on point. Let's keep that take. Also, if our clapper loader could avoid shouting at the start of the scene next time...
Oh, got it.
Great. I was a little worried that my nerves would get the better of me. What about you, Chevres?
I felt fine. The lines weren't too difficult at all. Seems like Farina must have adapted the role nicely.
You two were great. I couldn't tell it was your first time acting in a film. You should have more confidence.
Thank you for your encouragement.
Positions, everyone! We'll move on to the next scene after we try a few more camera angles.
Everything proceeds at a great pace, and once Farina has adjusted some details to her satisfaction, you begin to film the second scene.
This scene is when our two characters return home, only to discover their mother has been murdered. Ready? Lights! Camera! Action!
Mother, we're back. Mother... What's wrong, Tulip?
Iris, stay away!
Huh? Why? What's... Mother! She's...
Huh? There's poison in this cup.
Huh? I could have sworn I've seen this kind of cup before.
Those aristocrats. They didn't even try to cover up their actions. Iris, we need to leave this place.
Leave? But now that Mother is gone, where can we even go?
Anywhere. All I know is that we can't stay in this house.
But are we just going to let them get away with this?
We'll have our revenge, I promise you. Just not right now. Come on, let's go.
No, wait. We can't just leave Mother here like this. At least let me leave this rose with her. That's why we went out in the first place. To buy her this flower.
All right. Goodbye, Mother. We'll avenge you. Someday.
And cut! Beautiful! Great performance! Oh my, you're so amazing, Ayaka! And were those real tears I saw? How did you do it?
I was surprised too.
Thank you for the kind compliments. Actually, as soon as Director Farina said action, I told myself not to think about anything. I just felt the weight of the moment and became the character. It's quite similar to practicing the art of the sword. You clear your mind and focus only on what's happening in front of you.
Ayaka's performance was amazing. Have I discovered an acting prodigy? Pipe down, everyone! We need to move on to the next scene!
A full day of filming on set quickly passes.
Huh? Are we done already? But Paimon wants to keep playing with the clapperboard. How do you feel, Traveler? Is your arm sore from holding the camera all day?
A little bit, but it was a lot of fun.
Good work, you two.
You're welcome.
You too, Shivers. You were quite the actress today.
I've read this novel many times before. I have a good grasp of my character's mindset. Anyway, do you remember my request from yesterday?
Oh, right! We were having so much fun that Paimon nearly forgot. You have a case where the murders seem really similar to the cases in the novel, right? So, how are they similar exactly?
In the story, the main characters grow up to become two musketeers, always using their guns to carry out their revenge. And on each of the victims, they place a rainbow rose as a signal that they've returned.
So you mean there were rainbow roses in your case too?
Yes, that's correct. We found rainbow roses just like in the novel. Seems like you're connecting the dots now.
Oh, that does sound pretty concerning. Especially after seeing the script today. Oh, now Paimon can't stop wondering what kind of ulterior motive the murderer might have. What do you think, Traveler? You're smart. Paimon wants to hear your thoughts.
If we're only here to assist, then I think we could join the case.
Good. On behalf of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, thank you for your dedication to justice. There's no time to lose. We should start investigating right away. Follow me.
Okay.
Right now? But we just got done filming all day. Paimon's so tired.
The most valuable intel always comes after nightfall. They are like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea. If you don't stay vigilant, you will pass right by them in the fog. That's how one of my favorite books always puts it, at least.
Okay.
Where are we going right now?
Let's start by checking out some workshops that sell mechanical components. If the culprit is making their own weapons, it's very likely that they'll visit those sort of places.
It's actually not a close teleport for that. As close as I can get, I guess. Boom, 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 boom. Hello.
Welcome to Le Show's Clockwork Workshop. How can I help you?
Hello. I'd like to know if anyone has purchased some special components lately.
Special components? Sorry, could you be more specific?
I mean the kind of components that aren't typically used for clockwork toys, but for firearms.
Huh? For firearms? No, we don't sell those sort of things here.
Don't misunderstand. I'm not here to cause any trouble. We are merely investigating a case, and we're hoping that you could cooperate.
Well, to be completely honest, I'm not even sure what kind of components that would entail.
Has anyone ever purchased components here as an individual rather than on behalf of an organization?
We have a lot of customers who buy toys, but those who buy components are all regular customers who buy in bulk on behalf of their organization.
Is that so? I understand. Thank you for your cooperation.
You're welcome. It's the least I can do.
Oh, hey, Chevrolet. Run out of oil for your musket again?
Hello, Estelle. I want to know if anyone has come to your shop recently to order some firearm components.
Oh, is this another case? Let me think. I don't think so. Some people have requested that I make some prop guns for the Fontanalia Film Festival, but I refused all of those requests.
Oh? Why's that?
Because there's no profit! I only make things here that can do some real heavy lifting. I don't have the energy to make some new molds just for the festival.
Then has anybody come specifically looking for mechanical components?
Well, I usually sell off my scrap to the Fleuve Cendre. I don't typically give them to one specific person.
I understand. Thanks for your cooperation.
Don't mention it. Always happy to have the Musketeers' patronage.
Seems like we haven't found any leads to go off yet.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right, let's head to Fleuve Cendre next.
Huh? Are you sure? People might not be so thrilled to see the captain of the special patrol there.
You think so, huh? Then I guess you don't know.
Huh? Know what?
That I grew up in Fleuve Cendre.
Oh. Didn't also know you? Forgot how much of a walk it was to get there.
Hello, I'd like to ask some questions.
I don't know anything.
Don't worry, I'm not here to arrest anybody.
You say that now.
It's the truth. Here, take this as my guarantee.
Wait, did Paimon just see what she thinks she saw? Is the captain of the special patrol bribing a citizen?
Shh, keep your lips sealed and no one will ever know. That's called buying info.
Seems you're different from the other guards. What do you want to know?
Have you heard anything related to muskets in Fleuve Cendre lately? Anything at all?
Muskets, huh? All I know is that about 2 weeks ago, we started hearing some loud noises at night. So loud that it's been waking me up.
Were they gunshots?
Possibly. It's hard to tell around here. Someone's house collapsing, a pipe exploding somewhere, it's all the same. But the noises I'm talking about definitely happened after I fell asleep.
Do you know where the noises were coming from?
I don't remember clearly.
Is it that you don't remember, or that you need to think about it some more?
You tell me.
Then please, think about it some more.
She's giving her even more.
I didn't see anything. Maybe she's just giving us some pate de fruit.
The noises came from the end of the southern waterway. I came out and had a look for myself when I wasn't sleeping well, but I didn't dare get too close. That's all I know.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Thanks for the pâte de fruits.
Oh, she heard me say that.
No need to be surprised. I grew up here, remember? I know how to get people around here to talk.
What talk? I want some pate de friture.
My apologies, I'm all out of sweets. Though I do have some other tempting snacks in my custody. Fries, fried chicken, and even onion rings.
Hell yeah.
But taking care of junk food is my
What
responsibility.
the hell?
You're better off sticking to your normal, nutritious diet. Now then, let's keep going.
Is that one of her emotes? She spawns junk food. Oh my god. One of her little idle animations.
It's been a while, Tetro.
Please, just get on with your request.
I want to know if you've heard anybody talking about muskets lately.
Information isn't free, you know.
I've heard that bandits have been extremely active in the countryside recently, and they've been affecting the delivery of goods to Poisson. I can allocate some more manpower to help out with that problem. What do you say?
You're still as helpful as ever. One of our men got drunk at dinner about a month ago and lost his gun. 3 days later, it turned up in the corner here.
What's weird about that? He just forgot where he put it, right?
This is Fleuve Cendre, my friend. Anything of value left in the tavern won't ever make it to the next day. But that gun turned out to be an exception. It didn't get any new wear and tear on it, and didn't even appear to have been fired. We were quite mystified as to what could have happened.
I suspect it came back because the weapon was already known to the guards.
You mean, a criminal was afraid the Marechaussee Phantom would use the shot marks to track them down? Maybe. But if that's the case, the culprit really took great care to avoid getting caught.
I didn't say anything about a criminal.
In Fleuve Cendre, knowing who was killed is as easy as knowing what clothes you're wearing today. It's the guy living in the east side, isn't it? I've never liked him. Every time he's here, he just orders a drink and sits there with a nasty look in his eyes.
So, who was the one who lost the gun in the first place?
Don't bother. Even if you ask, he wouldn't admit to owning a gun to some strangers. Not to mention the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
He's right.
I know you grew up here, Chavras. Even though you're on good terms with the Spina, you've still been gone too long. Not many people know you here now, and a lot of people don't like the Special Patrol.
I know.
So take my advice and don't show your face too much around here. It's for your own safety.
I'll come and go as I please, and I'm afraid I'll be appearing more often due to my work.
All right. Don't say I didn't warn you.
All right.
What's all this? Some broken planks and barrels, as well as some liquor bottles?
Yes, but have a closer look, Paimon.
Hmm?
Even though somebody has purposefully tried to clean them up, these are obviously marks from musket bullets. In other words, someone was here trying to improve their shot. They were using the barrels and bottles for target practice.
Could it have been the killer?
Your guess is as good as mine. Although many people at Fleuve Cendre own guns, few hide the fact from others. And even fewer would go to such lengths to hide markings from practice shots. Anyway, let's go. There might be more to this. Seems like that's all we'll be able to uncover for today.
Paimon feels like we managed to learn a lot more here than up on the surface.
Yes. Assuming that everything we found is indeed connected to our suspect, then their timeline was probably something like this. A month ago, our suspect found a gun and took it home to disassemble it. Once he'd figured out its mechanics, he brought it back. In the following weeks, he used some parts to create his own makeshift musket, and took it to the Fleuve Cendre for target practice. Then, a few days ago, he found his target and carried out the murder. Once the deed was done, he He left a rainbow rose on the body, just like the scene in the novel.
That all makes sense to Paimon, but we're still no closer to figuring out the killer's identity.
About the guy who died.
The deceased was a resident of Fleuve Cendre. It said that he was a poor, solitary man.
If we're following the novel, shouldn't the guy have been a nobleman?
Yeah, that's also something I'm trying to figure out. If we are indeed following the novel, and there's a story behind the murder, then this murder should be an act of vengeance. But according to our investigation, the deceased didn't have any enemies. He was no saint, but no one's heard of a rival who hated him enough to shoot him dead. Much less care to leave a rose on his body. What message is the killer trying to convey? And to whom exactly?
Could they be the novelist?
We've thoroughly investigated that possibility. He claims to have spent the whole day at the Opera House on the day of the murder, and the staff there have confirmed his account.
Okay, so he has an alibi.
Not only that, he lacks a credible motive as well. He has a family of his own, and both of his parents are still alive. I've looked into his records. He was adopted at the age of 6, and all the proper procedures were followed. There are also records of him at an orphanage before then. In the story, the mother of the 2 Musketeers was murdered after the children turned 10. Of course, he could have changed the children's ages, but I don't want to assume anything without evidence. More importantly, I've also had a chat with him in person. He didn't seem like the kind of person who would pull the trigger to kill a man.
Then, what should we do now? We have all this new information, but it doesn't help us move forward.
Investigations take time. I didn't expect us to catch the culprit in just a single day. How about this? Let's spend the next few days filming with the crew. We can continue the investigation once we're done with the film. I'm sure that given time, new leads will present themselves.
Wait, but weren't you saying Intel is like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea just a moment ago? Wouldn't you just miss them if you were to stop looking?
Ah, but the book had more than one reference to the islands, Paimon.
Oh? What else did it say then?
As long as you spend enough time sailing through the fog, you'll eventually come across an island.
Alright. Well, okay. Hold on, talk real quick.
What? Never thought that the captain of the Security and Surveillance Patrol could come from the Fleuve Cendre?
I have to say, I'm pretty shocked. I'm sure that wasn't easy.
You mean rising through the ranks? It was a struggle, for sure. But as long as you can distinguish yourself through your accomplishments and skills, you'll eventually be recognized for your worth. If you look at it another way, my life at Fleuve Cendre has actually taught me a lot of valuable skills. Skills like how to barter with criminals or how to think in their shoes. Of course, I'd appreciate it if you could keep this a secret between us.
Alright guys, this is going to be a long one. I think I'm just going to cut this part into 2. And I'll come back next time when it's like a week out before it's over. That way I can do all the things as well. So, alright, thank you all guys for joining. We'll finish this off next time, okay? Goodbye guys. Goodbye. See you later.